Okay guys, we got one more lesson to do before we finish this unit, and it's called non-linear relationships. So we want to just introduce you guys to what happens when our relationship is not exactly a straight line. So all we're going to have to do is use a table of values and then plot these points on a Cartesian plane. And we're going to be particularly focused on a special kind of nonlinear relationship called a parabola. You may have heard that word before. We're going to see exactly what it means in a second. So we don't really need to know anything about how these graphs work. We just need to be able to apply what we know about the table of values to draw them. And remember, they're not going to be a straight line. So let's hop straight into it. We've got this equation, y equals x squared. And we're just going to fill in our table of values. Put it in your calculator if you have to. Minus 2 squared is 4, or minus 1 squared is 1, 0 squared is 0, 1 squared is 1, and 2 squared is 4. Fairly straightforward. And now we just plot these points on our axis. At minus 2, we're at 4. At minus 1, we're at 1. At 0, we're at 0. At 1, we're at 1. And at 2, we're at 4. I didn't put it in my table of values, but we know 3 squared is 9. So we know our line also needs to go through this point. Now the thing about these graphs is that's quite clearly not a straight line. So when we join up the points, we are okay with having a little curve in our line. Ooh. Let's make that a bit more accurate. And there we go. We've graphed this equation y equals x squared. And this type of graph that looks kind of like a bowl is our parabola from before. You can remember that this last bit of the word kind of looks like bowl. And the shape of the graph kind of is like a bowl. It's a curve. So let's have a go at another example. I want you guys to do this one yourselves, and then when you come back, I'll show you how to do it. So all we need to do is fill in the table of values. Minus 2 squared is 4, minus 2 is 2. Minus 1 squared is 1, minus 2 is minus 1. 0 squared is 0, minus 2 is minus 2. And on this side, it's the same again. And now we plot our points. We should be experts at this by now. At minus 2, we're at 2. At minus 1, we're at minus 1. At 0, we're at minus 2. There we go. And 3, we would be up here. I'll just add those on to make it a little easier to draw it. And there we go, we've drawn the graph of y equals x squared minus 2. So don't forget guys, do a couple of questions, come back and check in with these success criteria again, make sure we're comfortable with creating a table of values. Don't forget, use your calculator there to help you. And then we plot our points on our graph, join them with a line. And don't forget, a parabola is when it looks like this. Thanks guys.